That was the Oprah Winfrey moment. So every attendee, you get a cluster, you get a cluster, you get a cluster, right? And do your magic.
And today is all about Google Cloud. It's great to see all of you here.
My main takeaway that you can innovate with Google Cloud services. I think that's the most interesting thing about Google Cloud, that you can focus on the problems of your customer and how can cloud technology enable that.
I've been talking about machine learning and how to do it if you're not a data scientist. It requires you to think about things a little bit differently, and once you figure that out, the rest is pretty easy. I have a developer background and I'm used to think about things very deterministically, like if this, then that, etc. And if you start doing data science like machine learning, you can train a model really well and it will guess right most of the time. But if you try to use your developer mindset to figure out exactly why does this work, no one knows. And if you're a developer, that really hurts your brain.
The house that I bought was I think built in 1890, something like that. So there's cracks and stuff, and isolation is not really a theme in that age. So that's why I put sensors in my house. Temperature and humidity, the light, doors are open or closed, but you start with measuring. That's the idea. But my girlfriend does have an opinion on having cameras in every room of the house, so that's a no-go. You do have these peer sensors that you can sort of play with, but the main thing that I'm doing now with the cats is on the Raspberry, you also have this arm where you can sort of point a laser to. The fact that my house is kind of old and crappy has nothing to do with Google, obviously, but...
So I talked about building a search keyword recommender. 2 weeks ago we implemented that on Gamma.nl, which is a big do-it-yourself retail store. I built this with BigQuery and I told my story.
There was a research done by Gartner and they said within 3 years enterprises, so the bigger organizations, 50% of their workloads will be on chatbots instead of apps. So that gives you a bit of a picture how important chatbots are at the moment and how bigger it will become. So yes, now it's the time to create chatbots.
Yeah, so we've been making a Dialogflow app which you can talk to in order to see what's actually playing on TV. So you can ask, hey, let me talk to the TV guide, and you say, yeah, sure. And then you can say, well, what's on RTL 4 tonight, for instance, and it will give you back the response.
It is pretty impressive that in such a short amount of time you can set up something that's working.
I built a bot. You can see it. You can ask it if you want to invest, and it's going to ask you if you have money. I just did it right now with Dialogflow in this session. Oh, I've been here for an hour and a half. Come on. Built it today. We're testing it. We're now updating. So here it is. Okay, so we're going to talk to the test app.
Hello, how can I help you?
You ask it, you want to invest.
I would like to invest.
Do you have any debt?
Is the interest rate on your debt higher than 8%?
Interest rate is higher than 8%. It may be smarter to first pay down the debt.
Look at that. That's it. That just saved you having to go to your bank and ask that guy who's going to lie to you. Exactly. Imagine I came all the way from New York to realize my dreams in Amsterdam here at GoDataFest.